thrifting ain't easy, unless you're watching me. Welcome! You're watching the Thrift Store Rundown, where we bring Hollywood home on a budget. Summer season is blockbuster season, and invariably during blockbuster season, you're bound to see a couple of superhero flips, or three, at the movies. The most recent one being James Gunn's reimagining of Superman, be it woke or not. So why not take advantage and make this week all about dishing out some superhero super deals? By the time we're done, you just might become the bargain-hunting hero of all your friends as you proudly proclaim, "I'm not the knight. I am the light." Our super delicious kickoff comes to us by way of the official DC Superhero Cookbook by Mead, featuring over 60 simple, tasty recipes with tons of fun serving ideas, coming with superhero symbol stencils and character cutouts. Published by Downtown Bookworks, picked up from headquarters, unique thrift store in Patterson for $2.99, out of retail prices of $18.99 in the US, $21.99 in Canada. So let's take you through the table of contents first. 5 food chapters, and they are Flying Start Breakfast, Hero and Other Sandwiches, Sidekicks and Salads, Mighty Main Dishes, and Sweets and Treats, with a couple of chapters on how you can pack a punch at lunch, and get into some superhero party time. And while there are a lot of things right with this cookbook, there also are a few things wrong. Like, for example, in the first section called Powering Your Plate offering some basic tips and tools for cooking like a superhero. It's really more about presentation, color, and stenciling, and you will find some stencil outlines at the end of this book. And special cookie cutters that you'll need for some special superhero-shaped snacks and recipes. So really it's about presentation and servings and shortcuts, pre-made convenience products for many recipes in here. There's not 1 ounce of food safety info to be found in here, which is paramount for any kid's cookbook. Cooking with confidence is one of the keys to being a superhero in the kitchen. And the more safe you are, the more confidence you have. The lack of safety information in here is one thing that's wrong with it. However, none of the recipes should be intensely difficult for any family to pull off. On a difficulty level ranging from 1 star to 3 stars, 1 star is easy, 2 is medium, 3, you're gonna have to get your parents involved. It's a bit of a project. But again, not too intensive of a project. I mean, we're not trying to lift up the big globe that's on top of the Daily Planet building in Metropolis, where Clark Kent works as a reporter. I may not be into superheroes that much, but I do have a baseline knowledge, and I hope that serves me well, as I hope it will serve you well throughout this week. We begin on the breakfast side of things with some Gone in a Flash pancakes. 2 stars, meaning that you'll need a little bit of help with a grown-up, but for the most part, you can pull it off. It's my firm belief that pancakes are the first and truest breakfast of champions, and these are sure to be gone in a flash. However, they don't specify the amount of time this will take you to prepare. So that's another thing that's wrong with it. You're gonna have to rely on these recipes and your own instincts and intuition to make these recipes work. Next up, keeping things simple again, we have a heat risen grilled cheese. If you don't have the power of heat risen, or my personal favorite alternative, sulfur risen. Yeah, sulfur risen, Mermaid Man from SpongeBob SquarePants. Anyway, if you don't have either of those powers, you can use the stove to melt the cheese. This is a medium difficulty level recipe to do. Then again, it's a grilled cheese sandwich. But you see that S symbol right there? Again, this is where attention to detail really comes into play. This is so tied into pop culture that attention to detail really is paramount. To make it extra special, you can use a sealed cookie cutter to trim a slice of American cheese into the shape of Superman's S sealed, and really make it super from the inside out. Next up, a superpowered fruit salad. Fresh fruits deliver all the vitamins and minerals all young superheroes need. And this is a rather easy recipe which calls for melon, pineapple, kiwi, and other fruit such as strawberries, blueberries. You desire, and it'll probably work for you. A Wonder Woman stencil or a Wonder Woman sticker attached to a toothpick will do wonders for garnishing. That's in the Make It Extra Special blurb right here. And this is how the ingredients and instructions do vary. They go from simple and straightforward with their own sidebars to being summarized all at once in one sidebar here. I guess that's how easy a recipe should be. Then again, I like it when it's separate and easy to follow. Ingredients with their own list in one bar and the instructions on another bar. Again, all simple, easy to follow and understand. This is also that, but I don't know. I guess I'm kind of set in my ways. One could be easier than the other. Anyway, we'll move on to a 7C saute courtesy of Aquaman. Aquaman, aka Arthur Curry, can live on land or underwater. This delicious seafood pasta dish includes ingredients from both places, such as sea scallops and shrimp. Oh, and elbow guacamole, which can be whole wheat or regular. This actually serves 4, but again, they don't tell you how long it's going to take for you to prepare it. They do specify specific times for certain components for the dish in the how to make it section. This, by the way, is a pretty involved project, so you'll need the help of a grown-up. And finally, a Batman blackout cake. How to make it, frost it, and decorate it. This serves 8 to 10. And again, it's a pretty involved project. This one will require a lot of attention to detail to make the stenciling for the Batman symbol right here. Then again, it's a pretty fancy chocolate cake. Adapt this treat to feature other superheroes with different colored frosting and fondant decorations. The end of the book gives you some ideas on how to throw a superhero-themed party. One of the ideas is to recycle old comic books and use them as party favors. As far as the stencil outlines and the character cutouts go, at the end of the book, well, we have here the symbols and the logos for those superheroes. Superman, Batman, Green Lantern, the Joker, the Flash. We also have the characters themselves, but the stencil outlines here in cardboard, yeah, they're missing. A couple of Superman stencils, Batman, the Flash, not cool. Anyway, a lot of things going for it, a lot of things missing. Really, it's your call, but I'm not going to give this a high score. Beloved DC superheroes inspire healthy, delicious, fun food for fans of all ages. From power breakfasts and hero sandwiches to protein-packed Mead dishes and bold desserts, more than 60 colorful, easy-to-prepare recipes are sure to disappear in a flash. Lunchbox tips are great for picky eaters, and man, you bring any of these recipes to school in your lunchbox, you just might become a hero yourself. That is, if you have room to share. A superhero always shares the glory. Then again, this isn't all that glorious. 3.5 out of 5 claps. It's a bun, it's a plate, it's all over the place, and it ain't that super. But it's still an admirable kids cookbook, and you could do worse, like Daddy with the Toilinator, who I get isn't a DC villain, he's from Codename Kids Next Door. And what I would give to find anything related to that. But in the meantime, that's the official DC superhero cookbook. Take it or leave it. Here's what's on tap for Tuesday. What do you get for you with sugar and spice and everything nice with just a little hint of one certain nasty chemical that somehow becomes a blessing in disguise? You get the Powerpuff Girls! Thanks for tuning in. Just so you know, there's no limit to bringing Hollywood home on a budget. Please go ahead and check out another awesome review like this one by clicking here, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here. Until next time, I'll catch you, as I always do, on the flip side.